welcome to the 2020 year-end review of all the World Jams that have taken place this year. I was hoping to film this before Christmas, but I ran out of time. So yes, I'm actually doing this live right now for you. You can put some comments in the chats and I should be able to read them. In fact, I've seen a few already. So hello Laura, hello Roger, hello Astrid, hello Angelique, and welcome to the show. I hope you've had a fantastic Christmas day. Despite it probably being a bit lonely for some and a very different for some of you, I expect, certainly for myself and Sam. And so sit back and I hope you enjoy the show. If you had told me at the beginning of this year that for the majority of 2020, most people would be locked in their homes, that when you go to the supermarket or other shops, you will need to queue up and wear face masks even, that you wouldn't be able to hug your loved ones. And then I would go on to form a group and a community of musicians and singers that would perform online. I hope you can hear me, guys. I think my microphone is on. Yeah, I think you should be able to hear me. Anyway, yes, so I go on to form a community of musicians and singers that would perform online every week from their homes. And that group would be as diverse and in locations and far away as Seattle to Russia. I would not have believed you. But there we are. We are at the end of, frankly, the most bizarre year of my life. But we made it! Yay! And not only did we make it, but I've grown a circle of friends that I'll probably never lose for the rest of my life. Friends who have one thing in common, well, perhaps more than a few things in common. But we love to play music together. We formed a collective that we call the Jamily, a Jamily of people who love to play, love to sing, love to perform, love technology. Well, some of them do anyway. So I was looking through a couple of days ago. We have 1,100 songs. That's about 400 individual performers, over 6,000 minutes of performances to review. And my word, it was an immense task. But I had loads of fun picking a selection of songs that represent the 38 World Jam performances. So let's go back to the beginning. The first official World Jam was streamed live and was held on the 28th of March and was made up of just 20 people. But we actually held a couple of jams prior to that, which were not streamed live, that contained people such as Martin Waugh, Jez Druce, John Wright, Donald McDonald and David Hanson and a few others which I unfortunately have forgotten about these days. On the first jam, even my wife Samantha popped in to say hello, obviously after first complaining about the echo. Here is how she did it.
Hi. Hi there.
Can you hear my wife?
Louder, please.
Louder.
Hello?
That's better.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's a bit too loud.
No, it's perfect.
I want to be able to hear you.
There's an echo on here.
Of course there is. Your voice is going up to a server and back down into your headphones.
You're singing in a cathedral.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Okay, this is my wife Samantha.
Hello, Samantha.
Hi.
And whilst we're talking about Sam is one of the admins of the World Jam volunteer group, a group that's now made up of some 40 people who've volunteered their time and expertise to keep the event running and help with the planning and the organisation. This is Sam's first performance on the World Jam, a duet with me performing Lady Gaga's Shallow on World Jam 2.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface to where they can hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the
Well, next on the admin team was Laura. Laura joined the third World Jam after accidentally stumbling onto a jam, and boy, did she do it with a bang. Here is the exact moment that she chose to open up her vocals and show us how to power sing. Did you see the face? Did you see the smile on the face at the end of the clip? She was so happy to be singing with a bunch of people that she's not been able to do for a month. Laura has helped me constantly throughout the whole WorldJam experience and WorldJam events. She's been hosting, organising and generally keeping me in check. The next member to join the group was none other than Astrid, who works diligently in the background, keeping us grounded in reality and constantly checking that I'm okay, along with everybody else in the volunteer group. She graced us with her first performance on WorldJam 4 when she sang Brass in Pockets by the Pretenders. And here she is in full swing.
Gotta use my arms, gotta use my legs, gotta use my style, gotta use my side step, gotta use my fingers, gotta use my imagination. 'Cause I'm gonna make you see there's nobody else here, no one like me. I'm special, so special. I gotta have some of your attention, give it to me, 'cause
Oh, such a lovely song and great performance. And I believe this was one that was completely jammed live, no rehearsal whatsoever. The next person to join the admin team was Jono. Jono actually didn't perform until WorldJam 11, which was a very special jam for a number of reasons, and that will become evident later in the show. Jono sang Tears in Heaven, which had everyone weeping at the end by the end of his performance, and he was accompanied by Niels and by Ronald.
There's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven.
Oh, lovely. Oh, well, that was, sorry, I'm getting confused here with my notes. Jono has helped me so much with the technology that we are now employing. With the audio and the broadcasting desktops, and has helped me solve so many of the technical challenges that have made this all possible. So thank you, Jono, for all your help. Last on the admin team, but by no means least, is Simon White, commonly known as Hoopster. Simon's first performance was at WorldJam 15, and he played the keys on Anand's performance of Crazy. Let's have a look.
Go.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue.
Oh, lovely. Well, we've seen a few clips of the admin team, but let's have a look at some full performances now. The first one I had to show was a very early performance with Martin Moore. It was in WorldJam 3, I believe, who burst into spontaneous rendition of How Wonderful You Are. But this song just demonstrates the fun and the connection that we all had and we continue to have. Myself and another singer, who you can't see on the video, were singing some funny ad-libs, and whilst Martin was trying to keep his composure, but it breaks down towards the end into sheer laughter and delight. This is Martin singing How Wonderful You Are in WorldJam 3. Enjoy.
Simon?
Yes, Simon.
I've got a sleaziest, loungiest lizard song ever.
That sounds gross.
Does anybody know the really sleazy, loungy lizard, horrible song? Gordon Haskell, one hit wonder, Harry's Bar. No?
Oh, hang on. Sounds familiar. Play a bit.
I go out most nights, attracted by the lights, and listen to the jazz in Harry's Bar.
We'll just listen to
I
you.
don't know it.
Keep going.
We'll just
I
listen
know
to
it
you.
won't be long before they play that song. Do you know how wonderful you are?
Nice.
It's a sentimental sound. It makes me want to fool around.
It makes me wanna fool around.
Someone who's wishing on a star.
Wishing on a star.
Pull my hat down low.
Pull my hat down low.
Go up and say hello.
Go up and sing hello.
Do you know how wonderful you are, Simon?
Thank you. I do, Martin. I do.
I've always struggled with the art of conversation.
Me too. Do quite well. Me too.
There'll be those for whom this song has no appeal.
Not me.
Remember
Not
what it
me.
was called?
But I know it works for me.
Harry something.
I'm sure you will agree
I do, Martin. I
that
do.
it illustrates exactly how I feel.
I feel so
Beautiful sax, beautiful.
Go, Donald, go!
Beautiful.
The headbanging saxophonist.
I've always struggled with the art of conversation.
You're doing quite well,
Me
mate.
too.
There'll be those for whom this song has no appeal.
Not me. Not me. Not me.
But I know it works for me. I hope you will agree
I do.
that it illustrates exactly how I feel.
That's how I feel.
Things can happen fast.
So fast.
Some things are built to last.
Some things are built to
I've
last.
seen it all go down in Simon's bar.
I like it in Simon's
I know it just began.
My bar,
This
my
show
bar.
will run
I
and
have
run.
no idea where it is.
Do you know how wonderful?
So wonderful, wonderful. It's so wonderful.
It's so
that
wonderful.
Simon's
How
bar.
marvelous my bar
It's
is.
so wonderful,
It's so
wonderful. You will come here and love it.
Wonderful, so wonderful.
Oh, we love it here at Simon's bar.
My bar, so wonderful.
That's the one, the only hit you ever had.
So much fun, and smooth vocals of Martin continue to delight us week after week. We were so relaxed in those days, I remember, even to the point where I was comfortable wearing my pyjamas on screen. Next, we have a performance of Rosanna, sung by Emily and myself, and was one of the first big numbers, which we had a few rehearsals for beforehand, featuring Jez, Alf, Dean, Alex and Patrick on trumpet.
See you rise, Rosanna, Rosanna. I never thought that a girl like you she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. 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 I can see your bit still shining through the window on the other side. Rosanna, Rosanna, I didn't know that a girl like you could make me feel so sad. Rosanna, all I wanna tell you is now you have to compromise. Rosanna, Rosanna, I never thought that a girl like you could ever hurt so bad. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Not quite a year since she went away. Rosanna, yeah. Now she's gone, and I have to say, meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way. Rosanna, yeah. Meet you all the way.
Oh, Kathy Matthews' performance throughout the World Jams have always delighted our viewers. With even some marriage proposals have been offered to her. This is Kathy gracing us with "I've Got You Under My Skin."
Two, a 1, 2, 3.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I've said to myself this affair
never could go so well. But how can I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Ooh, I've got you under my skin. I've got you under my skin.
Oh, oh, that was lovely. So mellow, so chill, so jazzy. That's Kathy Matthews. Well, we've got some comments coming in. I can see we've got 56 people watching on the 3 platforms that we're streaming to at the moment. So let me just read out a couple of comments. Astrid's put, was cool with the zoom highlighting. Yeah, it was actually really good there. Bad Name Records. Wow, Rosanna, well worthy of lager and loudspeakers indeed. Laura's put, was this back when Simon the Octopus ran all the tech while performing at the same time? Well, I was just talking about this with Sam just a second ago, and I think by about WorldJam 5 or 6, we had Cedric who was helping us out. So that song you've just seen was from WorldJam 7, so I think Cedric was probably doing the broadcasting at that point, but I was still doing, actually no, Cedric was also doing the sound mixing as well. So Cedric was doing both broadcasting and mixing the sound, and then I was doing everything else. But before then, yeah, it was just me doing everything. And how it's changed. And if you, for the observant viewers of you alone, you will see in that last performance there was a couple of bits where the sound just stops. That's because we had a few technical issues, and we were beginning to learn how to use this platform even then, and it's come on leaps and bounds since then, as you'll see as we go through this journey together. So moving on, in WorldJam 7, Laura, Astrid and myself performed an acoustic cover of More Than Words by Extreme, which I believe was the first time that we had 3-part harmony at least at the WorldJam. Have a listen.
Who's mucking about?
Saying I love you, it's not your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you. La-di-da-da-di-da. More than words. La-di-da-da-di-da. Now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hand and touch me. Hold me close, don't ever let me go. More than words is all I ever needed you to show. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know. What would you do if my heart was turning to more than words to show you feel that your love for me is real? What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you.
Oh, lovely. Well, yes, in fact, we just realised that there was 4 people in there. It was actually Emily as well, so that's 4-part harmony there. A couple of comments coming in. Craig, hi Craig, how you doing? Happy Christmas to you. He's just said, interesting to hear the history, Simon. Wishing you all a COVID-free New Year, and same to you, Craig, and everyone at Groovy Gecko. Brian Pratt has said, 6 months in and still I feel like I've crashed the party at the mansion. Somebody's going to ask to see my invitation. I'm going to be kicked out of the service entrance. No chance, Brian. You're a member of the family as well. A few other comments. Wow from Marion. Yeah, so let's crack on. So, well, those were the first few. Well, those are the first performances, the first 10 World Jams. But let's move on to World Jam 11. This show had a number of firsts. Firstly, it featured the first performance from a choir, the Jamulus Choir, which was organised very early in the lockdown period by Laura Jurian and Stephen O'Reilly, and I helped out with some tech support. This is the Jamulus Choir's debut performance of Hard Day's Night by the Beatles.
Sopranos, altos, tenors and basses. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get up to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get you money, to buy you things, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So what else should I want? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I'll be okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a dog. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright.
Oh, sorry about that technical hitch there. That was awesome. That was, I think, that was the first performance of the Jamulus Choir, and they've come on leaps and bounds. I think they're about 30 people now and going strong. So if you're interested in singing in a choir, then please do look up the Jamulus Chamber Choir on Facebook, or speak to Stephen O'Reilly if you're friends with him, or you can speak to me and I can put you in touch with them. But yes, we have a fantastic Jamulus Choir that are still going even today. So that was the next first at WorldJam 11 saw the very first barbershop performance. This was performed by the Tulips from IKEA, and here they are in full barbershop mode singing Smile, and what a smiling performance it was.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking away. There are clouds in the sky. You'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide away trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile, smile. You just smile. Oh, smile. Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. There are clouds in the sky. You get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you.
Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile. what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. You just smile. Oh, you just smile.
Wow.
Oh, that was amazing. Sorry for calling them a barbershop. I've been corrected. They are not a barbershop. They are just a quartet, a vocal quartet in Sweden and Netherlands. And as Laura has said, overcoming and mastering latency in an amazing way. And that performance made me smile, and hopefully we'll see more of them as time goes on. So the next first was the first big epic song with loads of singers and a full band. This was a performance of Queen's Somebody to Love, also at WorldJam 11, organised by, I think, Laura and Emily. They will probably correct me if I've got that wrong, and featured something like 20 singers as well as a full band. I believe there are more than you can actually see on the screen, as some couldn't use Zoom. At this time of the Jamulus evolution, we were really testing the limits of the capacity of Jamulus on the server we were using at the time, as you'll see. Here is Queen's Somebody to Love, featuring a whole load of WorldJam performers.
Off you go.
somebody to love. Find me 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 somebody to love. Somebody, 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 find me somebody to love. Can anybody find me somebody to
Wow, what an epic performance of Queen's Somebody to Love. And I think I've been corrected that Emily directed the choir, so well done, Emily, on that. A couple of comments that have just come in. Angelique said, I loved being part of this. Helena said, at this time, I actually followed the director, Emily, visually in Zoom, so that workshop as well works as well in spite of the time lag. Simon White, it's fun seeing conducting, reminds me of choirs I was in many years ago. Yes, indeed. So that was another first from WorldJam 11. WorldJam 11 broke a number of records, well, not records, but certainly a number of firsts at least. And the next first is it was the final, the introduction of our friends from across the pond. The first actual performance on WorldJam by anybody from the US was by Mark Kozu, Steve G and Steve with House of the Rising Sun. But Mark has actually kindly asked me not to show that performance. Instead, the next performance was by a few folks who we haven't seen before, but they blew us away with their version of Galway Girl, or Galway Girl, I guess, depending on how you say it. And here they are.
I took a stroll down the old long walk of a day. I met a girl and we stopped to talk of a fine soft day. And I asked your friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl round the Salt Hill prom with a Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down of a day. She took me up to her flat town down of a fine soft day. And I asked your friend, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home.
And I ask your friend, what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? See, I've traveled around, been all over the world. I ain't seen nothing like a Galway girl.
Lovely. What an amazing performance there. What a gorgeous song. And also, I believe, the first performance of a fiddle by the talented, very hairful David Stenchel, who's since then had a complete shave off of all that head. So lovely to see all his hair there. So yeah, great performance. The next performance was a rather rude but rather epic performance of a bunch of people who have dominated the WorldJam shows since the beginning. Here performing Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols are a rather shocking foursome who named themselves something far too rude for me to be able to read out on here. Here is a bunch of beep to corrupt you, including a very topless Jez prancing around like an idiot.
Excellent. Bring it.
Well, apologies for that, but that I've obviously got the wrong scene lined up for you. Let me go back to that. That is not Jez prancing around like an idiot. That is Brian Pratt and his crew, and they were performing on WorldJam 12. So let's go back to that now.
Excellent. Bring it.
Gonna buy a ticket now, as far as I can. Ain't never coming back. Ride me to southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train it run out of the track. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? Oh, Lord. Oh, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman has been doing to me?
Wow, that was a great performance there by Brian, and a brilliant guitar solo by Steve G there. A couple of comments that have just come in on the 3 platforms that we are streaming on. Brian has said, actually, this has really touched me a second ago when I read this. This has really stretched me, he said. I didn't think I'd ever sing in public again after losing half my tongue to cancer, but they kindly kicked my butt right through that anxiety. Love you guys. That is such an awesome and amazing story to hear. So well done, Brian. Keep going. We love you. David Porter, a classic Seattle lineup. Peter Jones, I wouldn't miss anything you do. And Simon White said, always loving hearing the US contributions. There's a different feel to the music somehow. So yes, indeed. Sorry for my previous segue into the Pretty Vacant, but here we are with Pretty Vacant and a rather half-naked Jez prancing around like an idiot.
Are you going to start this or what? Come on.
All right, come on then, boys.
That's it.
Falling lost and you'll get no reply. Oh, just remember, I don't decide. I've got no reason, you talk too much. You'll always find us out to lunch. And we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, and we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, and we're coming in now, don't ask until it's in. And we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, and we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, oh, we don't care. We don't care. No point in asking, you no reply. I got no reason, it's all too much. You'll always find us at lunch. Oh, we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, oh we're so pretty, oh so pretty. We're vacant, and we don't care. Pretty, pretty vacant. We're pretty. Pretty vacant. We're pretty, pretty vacant. Pretty, we're pretty vacant, and we don't care.
Well, lovely. Well, I apologise for what can only be described as a rather gratuitous display of Jez's torso there. Let's move quickly on to something completely different. This was the first time that we had a string quartet and a bass player performing at the WorldJam. It was by, again, some of our US friends. And I remember this performance very well. We had a flood of comments coming in afterwards that were praising this group. Have a listen here. This is David Stenchel and his crew performing Josephine's Dopfuls, and I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Okay. beautiful. So amazing to hear the sound of real string instruments being played on WorldJam. A couple of comments that have just come in there. So Laura said that this is a Swedish song performed by descendants of the Viking colony known as North America. I'm wondering if Laura knew that or whether she Googled it. Let's find out in a few seconds. David Porter said, sadly I had to drop out of this at the very last minute due to excessive burble. But yes, he said it was a wonderful performance. I totally agree with you there. So incidentally, that was performed at WorldJam 20. So we're now 20 shows into our WorldJam experience. You can see, if the observant members of you will notice in that last video, that the banner and the graphics were beginning to look very much similar to the graphics that you're now seeing on my shot right now. And I have the backdrop of Seattle behind me, I believe, as well. So the technology is, by this point, going by leaps and bounds. We have a WorldJam volunteer group that is growing and growing week by week. We've got a backstage crew, a whole set of rooms backstage to manage it. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So another song from that same show was performed by some of the Seattle crew, which is why I've got the backdrop here. Some of the regulars, such as Heather, with Peter, Mark, Bill and Bob. Here is their performance of All I Wanna Do.
1, 2, 1, 2, get it. This ain't no disco. This ain't no country club either. This is WorldJam. All I want to do is have a little fun before I die, said the man next to me out of nowhere. It's apropos of nothing. It says his name is William, but I'm sure it's Will or Billy or Mac or Buddy. And he's plain ugly to me, and I bet he's never had a day of fun in his whole life. We are drinking beer at noon on Tuesday in a bar that faces the giant car wash. And all the good people of the world are washing their cars on the lunch breaks, posing and scrubbing fast they can in skirts and suits. They drive that shiny hybrids and Buicks back to the phone companies and the big .coms. But they ain't nothing like Billy and me, 'cause all I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. I like a good beer buzz early in the morning, and Billy likes to peel the labels off his bottles of Bud. He tears each one on the bar, lighting a match from an oversized package, letting each one burn down to his thick fingers as he's blowing and cursing them out as he watched the bottles of Bud spin on the floor. A happy couple enters the bar, dangerously close to one another. The bartender looks up from his cell phone, and all I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Otherwise the bars is ours, day and the night in the car wash too. The matches and the bud and the clean and dirty cars. Sun and the moon is all I wanna do, is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do
It just shows you that even when Heather is lying on her side, she can still crack out a song. There's a lovely couple of comments that have come in about this one. Another classic Seattle lineup from David Porter, sounding great then and now, absolutely. Miracle Z says, I'm a huge Heather fan, upright or sideways. And Peter Jones says, Heather with Peter's guitar sounding sublime. I absolutely agree, Peter's guitar. I think Bob has put, might have been the debut of Peter's resonator guitar. Possibly, could be. So, the final song from WorldJam 20, which we're still at right now, was from one of our UK-based crooners, Roy Brown. Roy is quite a character, a cracking voice and a performance, but bless him, he does struggle a little with technology. I know he won't mind me saying this. The amount of times we have had to turn off his camera when he pops in during the middle of a song, or when he's forgotten to unmute himself, or when he's forgotten to turn off his audio on WorldJam. Yes, he's always has a few issues here and there, does Roy. But we have a lot of supportive techie people on the Jamily who are always willing to help him out. But here is Roy performing They Call Me the Breeze.
One, two, three, four. They call me the breeze. I keep blowing down the road. Yeah, they call me the breeze, 'cause I'm blowing down the road. I ain't got me nobody, but I don't carry no heavy load. There ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. There ain't no change in the weather, ain't no change in me. I ain't hiding from nobody, and nobody's hiding from me. Yeah, baby. I got that green light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. Yeah, I got that green light, baby. I gotta keep moving on. I might go to California, but I might just stay at home. Take me home, baby.
Wow, what a great sound there from Roy. Apparently, Roy has managed to get Laura's mum up and dancing, according to her comment there, whereas her own singing puts her to sleep, but Roy's got her up and grooving. Chicago, Steve, ripping it up. Yes, I think it's worth pointing out there, in that video, we had Steve G performing all the way from Seattle on a London server with something like probably about 140 milliseconds of latency, and playing a solo like that, one of our first performances from people joined up across the pond, and it's an amazing achievement to be able to play with that amount of latency. Believe me, it's not easy. So well done, Steve G, for that. We've had some funny shows on the WorldJam performances, and this next song is no exception. For those that don't know, a musical film was released this year called Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga. And it featured a rather catchy and funny song called JaJa Ding Dong. And here is a few of our WorldJam performers having a laugh with this song, complete with costumes.
We've got a stage rush. We've got a stage rusher.
I guess it's JaJa Ding Dong now.
I suppose it must be playing JaJa Ding Dong.
They're Vikings from the north.
Oh, the Icelandics! The Icelandics are here!
It's the Icelandic.
Oh! I'm running away!
Feel your gentle touch, and things are going our way.
I wanna spill my love on you all day, all day.
JaJa Ding Dong, my love for you is growing right along. JaJa Ding Dong,
I smell and push
when I see what we've become. JaJa Ding Dong, come my baby, we can get love on. JaJa Ding Dong, when I see you, I feel like ding ding dong. Love expands when I'm with you, all over the Milky Way.
I wanna open up to you all day, all day.
JaJa Ding Dong,
My
love for you is growing wide and long. JaJa Ding Dong, I swear and burst when I see what we become. Come on everybody, JaJa Ding Dong, come my baby, we can get love on. JaJa Ding Dong, when I see you, I feel like ding dong.
Play JaJa Ding Dong! Play JaJa Ding Dong! Play JaJa Ding Dong!
Whoa.
JaJa Ding
Very
Dong!
loud.
Play JaJa Ding Dong!
Play JaJa Ding Dong!
Thank you.
When I feel your gentle touch, and things are going
come on.
away.
I think that's quite enough.
I wanna spill my love on
I have a feeling your love is enough.
all day. JaJa Ding Dong, my love for you is growing wide and long. JaJa Ding Dong, I swear and burst when I see what we become. JaJa Ding Dong, come my baby, we can get love on. JaJa Ding Dong,
Alright.
when I see you,
this
I
close to
feel
pulling the
like ding dong. Love
Okay, guys. Okay.
That's
No more JaJa Ding Dong.
Everybody-
JaJa Ding Dong, go to bed now.
We are stopping this.
all day.
Poor Laura there, trying her best to keep it under control, and I think she was totally unprepared for the fact that we were going to continue to play that song over and over and over again there. Also, something to point out about that performance, we had Tony Mountyfield on there. Tony is one of our 3 web developers who've been developing the website that we have all been using to plan all of our shows and plan our songs and who's going to be playing on them. So Tony's one, he's been doing a lot of the sequel stuff behind the scenes and some of the messaging bits and pieces and some other stuff that I can't recall off the top of my head. And then the other person that's tremendously helping me out, not just helping me out, pretty much taken over, is Simon White, Hoopster, who's done so much of the GUI in the front end of the website. So both of you, I'd like to thank you for all of your help this year in doing that website. It's a truly remarkable amount of work that is required to do that website, along with myself, obviously. So we are now at WorldJam 27, and a certain song at the end of the show got everybody up and dancing, including myself. Here is Heather singing "Play That Funky Music." Enjoy.
We're getting the
All
party
right,
started.
they can turn it on while I'm absolutely. We got Pete. All right then, guys.
Hey, do it now. Hey, hey, once I was this boogie singer, playing in a rock and roll band. I never had no problem, yeah, running down a one-night stand. Now everything around me got to stop the feeling so low. Then I decided quickly, oh yes I did, to just go down and check out the show. And they was dancing and singing and moving to the groove, and just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music, white. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music. Die. Do you die? Oh yeah. Well, I tried to understand this. I thought that they were out of their minds. Well, how could I be so foolish? How could I? Do not see I was the one behind. But still I kept on fighting. Well, losing every step of the way. And I said I must go back there. I gotta go back and check and see if they still the same. And they was dancing and singing and moving to the groove. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music, white. Yeah. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music. Die. Till you die. Wow, till you die. Gonna play that electrified fucking music. Hey, wait a minute. Now first it wasn't easy. Changing rock and roll in mine. And things were getting shaky. I thought I had to leave it behind. Oh, but now it's so much better. So much better. I'm funkin' out in every way. But I never lose that feeling. No, you won't. Of how I learned my lesson that day. And they was dancing and singing and moving to the groove. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and shouted, "Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music, white. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down the boogie and play that funky music. Die. Till you die. Whoa, till you die. They shouted, "Play that funky music. Play that funky music. Play that funky music. Got to keep on playing funky music. Play that funky music. Play that funky music. And now I'm gonna take
Yes, indeed. Play that funky music by Heather there with a load of very silly people, including myself, doing some very silly dad dancing there. Yes, indeed. Well, the WorldJam shows stepped up a notch at this point when we formed a new partnership with Groovy Gecko and thefloor.com. We had 6 shows with a theme of the journey of the lockdown and the effect it had upon musicians around the world, and then what the light that is Jamulus has done for everybody. Each show had a different theme, and there were some epic performances and themes, really allowing people to bring some different styles and songs to each show. At WorldJam 28, we had a performance by a couple of the artists from thefloor.com. Anik, Kobe and Taurine brought us a very unique version of Staying Alive, featuring our first rap. Well, I say first, but actually I think I'm told Nick Cox actually did the first rap earlier in the show. But here is Anik's version of Staying Alive.
Go again.
Well, you can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, kept me warm. I've been kicked around since I was born. You said it's alright, it's okay. We can look the other way. You can try to understand. But in your times and things on a man, whether you're a brother or whether you're a brother, stay alive, stay alive. Feel the city shaking and everybody breaking down, stay alive, stay alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, now I get low and I get high, and if I can't get high, I just won't try. Wings of hell on my shoes, I'm a dancing man. My skin feels alright. It's okay, we can look another way. We can try to understand your time and things are fair. Whether you're another way, you're a brother, staying alive, staying alive. Sugar and everybody breaking down, staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. I say life's going nowhere. Somebody help me. Life's going nowhere. Daddy makes no. Can you help me?
Look, I go in from the moment I enter. I'm a Rasta born in September. I'm righteous, was born in the 80s. I'm an old school brother, don't censor. You see, time ain't real, it was man-made. So you must can see the agenda. If you can't then connect to the spirit inside, till your third eye becomes your sensor. Now be wary, times them crazy, but time don't exist, so remember that history is written by the victor. It don't mean it's truth, they tell ya. They stole our lands, then used their system to teach us lies and stress us. They call us mental to dim our light, but Jamulus is there in the center.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Clouds tell me warm. I've been kicked around since I was born. You know it's alright, it's okay. We can look another day. We can try to understand your times and things are
Yes.
Wow, such an amazing performance there by Anik and the artists from thefloor.com. We were at this point really getting into the technology, and the technology we were using was growing and growing and growing. We had a number of servers across the world. We had a lot in London. We had a dedicated broadcast server, a dedicated audio server, so the costs were beginning to mount, and so the Groovy Gecko and the Floor sessions allowed us to actually get a bit of donations in, which has helped pay for some of that technology. And then since then we have actually opened up a donation PayPal address, which is available at the bottom of our website, worldjam.vip, to allow anyone to contribute to those costs. They're not insignificant by any means. So during the Groovy Gecko sessions, we also filmed and showed a number of interviews with some of our WorldJam regulars, talking about the impact the lockdown had on their life, the impact on lockdown on their musical life particularly, and also what Jamulus has brought to them and what it's meant to them to be able to perform together with people from all over the world using this amazing bit of software, which I'll talk about after the interviews. But here are 4 of my favourite interviews that actually bring a tear to my eye when I watch them, and I hope it will do to you too.
Yeah, musical life today is, like everyone, revolving around online music. I'm absolutely staggered with the technical expertise that have made all this possible. The stuff that's going on behind the scenes is just incredible and a mystery to me. It has been quite elevating for me to be able to even take part in this. Just so many wonderful people and such fun. Yeah, I've smiled more through this than anything else in the last 5 months, and it's got me through some pretty down times, I have to say. It really has been important to me, and thank you.
So my musical life today, as I found both Jamulus and the WorldJam community, is limitless. I can perform every week. I can rehearse, and I can just go on jams freely. I've been singing with choirs and rehearsing with choirs. I've been experimenting with different musical genres that I never thought I would. I've been just assigning myself to songs that I didn't really expect ever to perform, that I never would have thought of myself. It's not just the music, but it's the connections. It's the people I'm meeting. It's the friendships I'm forging, and the memories we're making because we're having tons of fun. We're having more fun than should be allowed. We're having the time of our lives. It's just a laugh riot. And it's something I don't want to be without. I never expected it. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because this is where I'm finding my tribes, my peoples.
My musical life today is completely different to what it was like before Jamulus. Before Jamulus, I was singing in a choir, and I did some small gigs now and again with a couple of people. But since coming on to Jamulus, I've met the most fantastic musicians around the world, and they have been the nicest people that I could possibly hope to meet. Everybody is so encouraging, and they're fantastic musicians that I would never have hoped to have been able to play, to sing with. People like Dale Davis, for example, and Pete West and Jez and John Parker. They're all fabulous musicians. Martin Moore, who's been playing the keyboards for me on the jazz numbers that I've been doing. I mean, it's just been amazing. It's taken my mind off not being able to sing with a choir and hear other people singing around me.
to hear people playing around you and be able to sing along with that when we never thought it would be possible during this lockdown period has just been the most phenomenal thing that I could have hoped for.
Well, yes, for me, the situation really started to turn when one of the drummers, one of the bands I play with, the drummer recommended, why don't we start rehearsing online if we can? So I started Googling around, I found Jamulus. And so I installed it. And after installation, I tried to get these other people into it. Shortly after that, I found Steve and Mark in Seattle that I've been working with for months now. And immediately we started working on our first performance for WorldJam back in latter part of April, and realized, wow, you know, I can actually play music real time with other people. And that was just like, that was huge. Musically, this is one of the best experiences of my entire life.
Oh, what powerful interviews they are. They still bring a tear to my eye, even now. So let me explain a little bit for those that don't know about Jamulus. Jamulus is a bit of software that makes all of these performances possible. A piece of open source software created by Volker Fischer from Germany about 13 years ago, and has been contributed to now by many other developers as well. A lot of them being musicians like Volker. We even managed to get Volker to perform at one of our WorldJams, but unfortunately that was when we were having some technical problems with our shows and it wasn't recorded properly. One day I'll convince him to return, I think, and play the drums with us again. If you're interested in playing or singing online with us, it's very simple. You just need a laptop or a computer, a cable called an Ethernet cable that you plug into your broadband router and connects with your laptop or your computer. Unfortunately, you won't get a good experience if you're using Wi-Fi. And then finally, you need a pair of headphones and a microphone. You can do it successfully with just a headset like this, which is a USB call center type headset costing about £10, £15 I think that was from Amazon. And that's really all you need as a minimum. You can obviously spend more money on better equipment, such as an audio interface, better headphones and a better microphone, but you don't actually need to be able to perform with us. So find us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. Search for us at Jamulus WorldJam is the name of the Facebook group. Or alternatively, we're on YouTube at, if you go to YouTube and search for WorldJam, or just type youtube.com//WorldJam, you'll get to our WorldJam group. And then finally, we have a website, as I said earlier, that is called worldjam.vip. And you'll find a load of people on our Facebook group, a bunch of really helpful people who will do our best to help you get online performing, rehearsing, teaching even, jamming in a matter of minutes to hours. Won't take long, and you'll be able to experience everything that we've all experienced this last 9 months or so. Let's move on to another award. This time it's for the longest song ever played at a WorldJam. Now, I don't encourage long songs. It means that we have less songs and less opportunities for everybody. So our maximum length is 6 minutes. This is Jono's 10-minute performance of Meatloaf's Paradise by the Dashboard Light from WorldJam 28. And yes, he was severely rapped on his knuckles for giving our director and production crew a number of heart attacks and false endings along the way. But anyway, it's an epic performance. Have a look.
Now I'm so close and
we got a real pressure cooker going here. 2 down, nobody on, no score. Bottom of the ninth. There's the wind up, and there it is. A line shot up the middle. Look at him go. This boy can really fly. He's rounding first and really turning it on now. He's not negating up at all. He's going to try for second. The ball is bottled out in center, and here comes the throw. And what a throw. He's going to slide in head first. Here he comes. He's out. No, wait, safe. Safe at second base. This kid really makes things happen out there. Batter steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch. He's going. What a jump he's got. He's trying for third. Here's the throw. It's in the dirt. Safe at third. Holy cow, stolen base. He's taking a pretty big lead out there, almost daring them to try and pick him off. The pitcher glances over, winds up, and is bunted down the third base line. The suicide squeeze is on. Here he comes. Squeeze play. It's going to be close. Here's the throw. There's the play at the plate. Holy cow, I think he's going to make it.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Before you go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me a wife? Or do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me a wife? I gotta go right now. Before you go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever?
Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning.
I gotta know right now. Will you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me a wife? I gotta know right now. Before you go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever?
What's it gonna be, boy? Come on. I can wait all night. What's it gonna be, Jono? Yes or no? What's it gonna be, boy? Yes?
No.
Or?
No.
No.
Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning.
I gotta know right now.
Let me sleep on it.
Will you love me
Baby,
forever?
baby, let me sleep on it.
Will you never leave me?
Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning. I'll tell you in the morning.
Know right now.
there we have it. 10-minute long epic song by from Jono there and a few others. There's some lovely comments coming in on the 3 platforms. Peter Jones says, I love the way Sarah did that through Jono for a moment. There was a baseball reference which Brian has explained and Laura has just twigged onto. Yeah, a few other things which I probably can't say out loud right now. As I said earlier, the WorldJam crew is made up of 40 people. Sorry, the WorldJam volunteer crew, I should say, is made up of 40 people or so who are constantly contributing, planning shows, helping out with the backstage roles that are vitally required to keep this event running smoothly. Trying to organise something like 60, sometimes we've had 100 performers in virtual rooms so that all their sound is good, all their cameras look good, and that they all know where they need to be at the right time so that we have a slick running show like we now have. I can tell you it takes a lot of effort, guys, and there are loads of folks who volunteered their time, their spare time to help do this, and it's greatly appreciated by me and the admin team. People like Astrid, who is often our director in our ears as hosts. We have her constantly, or Laura sometimes, telling us that we have 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds left until the next song. Play the song, guys, play the song, guys. Without those people doing it, the show would probably fall apart. We've also got folks in our technical sound check rooms, sound checking everyone before the show begins. We've also got people in the backstage room, lining them up, ready to push them into the studio, along with people who have contributed over the past 8 months or so, and you know, maybe we haven't seen them for a few months or so, like Cedric, who used to do the broadcasting. We've had Emily and Alex doing some of the artwork that you now see. The little logo was done by Alex. Yeah, loads of other people who've all contributed and volunteered their time to make this show possible. So I couldn't do it without you lot. You are absolutely fantastic, and you deserve a round of applause for all the work that you've done this year. And if we had the audience piping in right now, you'd be able to hear them. At WorldJam 30, which is where we are right now, a group of us volunteers got together and we wrote a song which was performed by a number of the volunteer group. Here is our performance of Love and Connection, featuring some of the languages represented in our volunteer group. I hope you enjoy.
While the world is torn apart and survival's the only goal, we hold hands across the ocean, and the music soothes our soul.
Feel the lessons in time, when on the side go back. Music comes on summer, to things of good old times.
Play my music to you, makes me feel good, feeling the love and connection. with you makes me feel good. Feeling the love connection. It's empty, calm and down. Head full of hooves. Leave the ding dong, never leave there.
Lies ahead. Music we share binds us all together, reminds us we can face the weather.
Playing my music with you makes me feel good. Feeling the love and connection. It's music up and down. Head full of hooves. Leave the ding dong.
I remember doing that and was welling up with tears at the end of it. Such a powerful experience for all of us involved, and probably some of those watching who are part of the WorldJam crew. It just really epitomizes the family that we have created here in the WorldJam organisation, and some of the love that we have with people that we've never ever met. And one day we hope to be able to meet them in real life, hopefully next year at some point, if things improve with the pandemic situation. A couple of lovely comments coming in from Cedric. What a good hymn for Jamulus. Steve G says, this song says it all excellently. Martin War, damn, I'm melting. Nobby thinks that this should be a Eurovision song or theme. And Brian Pratt says, my screen has gone all swimmy. Something is in my eye. And then Laura whispered something to me in my ear. Thank you, Jamily, which is what I was supposed to say at the end of that song and never did it because I was so blown away by the emotion. But I was supposed to say at the end, thank you, Jamily. So, another epic and large song from WorldJam 30 was Nobby's rendition of With a Little Help from My Friends. Here it is for your viewing pleasure.
I'll count you in, chaps.
Out on me. Lend me your ears and I'll give you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Oh, baby, I get by. I need my buddy. love.
Absolutely amazing. What a great rendition by Nobby and all of the crew from the WorldJam team there. I'm going to read some comments out, but I have just noticed on Facebook that Chris Rimple is on his way to be with his father, whose wife is hospitalised with COVID and is looking very unwell. So we are sending all of our love to you, Chris and Judy, and hope that your father, your father's wife will recover as soon as we can. We're all thinking and sending prayers and love that way to you. Some comments also. Peter West has just finally caught up with the show. Congratulations, Peter. Well done for tuning in. And he said he remembers Roger saying that after JaJa Ding Dong, his son said he was going to the town hall on Monday to change his name. I told Roger he should go to the town hall and change his son. That's a bit rude. Anyway. We also had some burbling on that performance. If you noticed, that was our server, or maybe a couple of people stressing out the network so much that we had a bit of burbling there, but I think it just shows what a fantastic performance that was. The next song that we're going to hear was performed by Amelia and Mo from Canada and some of the other Seattle folk, and was performed at the Halloween theme night that we had earlier this year, which was such a fun show to do with everyone dressed in their favourite Halloween gear. I love it when people put their own twist on songs, and this is Amelia's version of Somebody's Watching Me.
Let's do it. just an average gal with an average life. I work from 9 to 5, and you know what? I pay the price. All I want is to be left alone in the average home. But why do I always feel like I'm in the twilight zone? I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? When I come home at night, I bolt the door real tight. People call me on the phone, I'm trying to avoid. Can the people on telly see me, or am I just paranoid? When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair, 'cause I might open my eyes and find someone standing there. People say I'm crazy, just a little touch, but maybe showers remind me of cycle too much. That's why I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me? I don't know anymore. Are the neighbors watching? Well, is the postman watching me? I don't feel safe anymore. Oh, what a mess. I wonder who's watching me now. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs.gov.uk. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Ooh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Tell me, can it be? I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me?
Lovely. What an amazing song there. The next song was also performed at the Halloween show and was a repeat of a song that was done very early on in the year. Apologies in advance for the pitch shifted voice of Slimer that I'm doing, but this is Ghostbusters.
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who gonna something.
What's up? Tell me.
Buster makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
When he comes through your door, unless you just want some more, I think you better call Ghostbusters. Ow! Who you gonna call?
I'm gonna call Ghostbusters. Jess, well, who you gonna call?
I can't hear you, Nobby.
Please call them.
Who you better call?
Ghostbusters.
I think we better call Virgin Media or Vodafone or something.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, who you gonna call?
Who you gonna call?
I have no idea.
Jess, please call. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I am getting really afraid. I am afraid of ghosts.
Ladies and girls, shall we end this song in a minute? Let's make it a bit spooky. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Funny old song. That was Ghostbusters. The next one was another first as well. This was the first time that so many bass players have all performed in the same song. This was the US team's version of Big Bottom, which and a smashing performance it was too, in all its glory. Here is Chris Rimport and co with Big Bottom.
Hey guys.
WorldJam viewers, please welcome On Bass Band. Also on bass, Wendy. The ace of bass, Jim. Pandering to his bass, Brian. Proving that it's bass and not BS, Drew. Pounding his bass like never before, Michael. And finally, taking a big lead off third base, Bob. We're gonna make America bass again. The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the pushing. That's what I said. The looser the waistband, the deeper the quicksand, or so I have read. My baby fits me like a flesh tuxedo. I like to sink her with my pink torpedo. Big bottom, talk about plum cakes, my girl's got 'em. Big bottom, drive me out of my mind. How could I leave this behind? I met her on Monday, 'twas my lucky Monday. You know what I mean? I love her each weekday, each velvety cheek day. You know what I mean? My love gun's loaded and she's in my sights. Big game is waiting there inside her tights, yeah. Big bottom, talk
Amazing. There we go. There's Big Bottom with all the US crew there. And yeah, there was some cracking lines in there, like, the game is waiting inside her tights. Crazy. So we're now at WorldJam 34. Unfortunately, I was aiming to finish this show at 7:30, but it looks like I might run over. We've got about 4 songs left. So this next song is another award that we would like to give out. This time it's for the number of restarts of a song. We've had a few times over the last few months where a restart has occurred. Normally it's just the one restart. We've had to fix something that's gone wrong, or a person has muted themselves, or they've started off badly. And so we decided to stop the show, or stop the song from being played, and then we'll correct it, whatever the problem is, and let it continue. This is a particular performance by John Parker, where he decided himself to stop the team twice, and started the song 3 times before he was actually happy with it. We love you, John, but this did make us laugh. Here is John Parker with Bowie's Ashes to Ashes.
Hang on a minute, guys. No, sausages. No, we can do better than that. We rehearse this. I'm going to get the best out of you lads. That was a bit of a timid start. So this is Gary and the Spiders of Jupiter, and I'm going to do some David Bowie. Take it away, lads.
Such an early song, and a rumor from ground control. Oh no, don't say it's true. I got a message from the action man. I'm happy, hope you're happy too. I tell you what, I'm doing a shocking job of this one. Guys, can you stop? I'm not going to do this one more time. I've been a real diva, but I really love this song, and I'm determined to get it right. So, on WorldJam, I'm stopping it twice. I think this is the first. Let's go again. Here we go, in your own time. Details following. The shrieking of nothing is killing just pictures of chapters and sympathies.
So there we go. There is John's 3 false starts there, and he wins the award for the most number of restarts in the WorldJam performances. We've not had many kids performing at the WorldJam shows at all, so Roland D decided to change that, and along with Peter West, the two of them organised some rehearsals for a Jamulus Kids Band, who finally performed this song at WorldJam 35. This is the Jamulus Kids performing Bruno Mars's Grenade, and it is cracking.
Hello, I'm Nikki. I am 14 years old and I am a singer. I'm singing my whole life. My father came up with the idea to make music on Jamulus. I really like Jamulus because you can play with all the people of the world. And making music is what we're gonna do today.
Hello, I'm Isa. I'm 13 years old. I play the mandolin and the saxophone. I played the mandolin for 5 years and the saxophone for 2 years. I have online lessons but via Skype, not via Jamulus. I got interacted with WorldJam because my dad plays in WorldJam. I already played 2 songs on WorldJam with the saxophone, but today I'm going to play on the mandolin.
Hi, my name is Emma and I'm 11 years old and I've been singing my whole life. I joined the Jamulus Kids Band because I like singing and making music with other people.
Hello, I'm Vera Dove, 12 years, and I'm 10 years old. I'm playing the drums, and this is the first gig or jam les.
Hi, ik ben Kian, ik ben 9 jaar en speel gitaar omdat ik het leuk vind. In 2019 heb ik deze gitaar gekregen op kerst. Ik had les, maar dat is 2 maanden durend en toen was het stopgelegd omdat corona er was. In de zomer hoorde ik van mijn vader dat er Jamulus Kids Band werd samengebouwd. En dan dacht ik heb wel zin om weer eens te spelen en dit is mijn eerste optreden. Bijvoorbeeld live voor heel veel mensen. Doei!
My name is Jeffrey. I'm 5 years old. I play the piano and cello and sometimes even keyboard. And I like playing grenade because I like the beat. Sometimes they do it so fast, so I need to play very fast.
So I hope you all enjoy it.
You are live.
Your
Wow, what an amazing performance there by the Jamulus Kids Band. We had a couple of comments that came in whilst that was playing from Nick Cox, welling up again, they were brilliant. Astrid, loved them. Cedric said these kids sing very good, seriously, and Piers Hogg said lovely. Yeah, such an amazing performance by these great kids. If you're interested in having your child join the band, then do send me a message and I'll pass it on to Peter or Ronald, and maybe your child can also be in the Jamulus Band 2021. The next song is our penultimate song of the night as we're near the end of the show. Unfortunately, I've run over by so far 4 minutes. I think by my timing I'm going to be running over by 15 minutes or so. So apologies for that if you're expecting this to finish at 7:30. Astrid would normally be in my ear saying, hurry up, stop talking, stop talking. So I will stop talking. The next song was done by our regular Seattle band on the show with Chris Rimple and his band. This is Lisa and Co. with their version of Heroes.
Will be
wicked.
Well, they continued there, but I'm going to end it because we're running out of time. But I love to see Judy working the camera there like a pro. Really, really good performance there. So, our final song was performed just last week and opened our special Christmas-themed show, complete with the same voice as the original. This is Brian Barrett and his version of Chris Rere's Driving Home for Christmas. Enjoy.
Driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. While I'm moving down that line. And it's been so long. Oh, I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. It's gonna take some time, but I'll get there. Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. Soon there'll be a freeway, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through, and feel you near me. Driving in my car, I'm driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same, just the same. Tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. Driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Feel you near me, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. He's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
Well, that's it. That's our end of our WorldJam 2020 review show, and in fact the end of all of our shows for 2020. And what an amazing journey it's been. I hope you've enjoyed the journey tonight through the year, and having some reminders of some of the songs that we performed this year, or that we had performed at the shows this year. Our next show will be on January the 2nd in 2021, and it won't be a normal show at all. We are going to be going back to our roots and attempting to do a completely unrehearsed and improvised jam. I've no idea how it's going to go at all. Could go horribly wrong. But you know what? So what? We're not doing this for, you know, a polished performance. We're doing this to give everybody a chance to play music together, and hopefully for you viewers to enjoy some of these performances. So I'll leave you now. I hope you have a great few days, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Happy New Year, and goodbye for now.